Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to TerraFirmaCreate. It is currently raining outside, quite unfortunate, but what's not unfortunate is we now have a roof here. Yeah, so I'm going to go out into the rain here just to show this off because I'm quite proud of it. Off camera, I put in a lot of work to build this roof out here, and it's looking pretty good. We still got to do the interior bits of it, but that's alright. We've got the roof comes up here, goes around like that, and it honestly just makes the house look so much more complete. Like, it's just, I don't know, it's cool. So I did a bunch of mining to get a bunch of rocks, a bunch of smooth andesite as well to finish that off there. And I am a little bit busy right now. I'm a bit busy because I need to cook up. That doesn't go into the vessel. Yeah, so this handy dandy little feature here of not being able to put the crushed copper into vessels means that you can't melt them in a pit kiln, meaning the only way you can actually melt them is in a forge. I mean, I'm sure there's other ways, but like the only way I can think of early game is in a forge. And the way you get a forge is by getting charcoal. And the way you get charcoal, well, I'll get to that. But before I do, I thought I'd show you what I've been doing in between episodes, considering it's actually been a couple weeks since I recorded the previous one. Yeah, so we got tons of this loose andesite now, and that's because I've been very busy doing a lot of mining over here. So down here, I actually, while I was mining for stone, I came across some of the hematite that was around here that the prospector's pick was telling us about. I was searching, there's nothing there, traces, and I kind of followed it down through here, realized that I need to go down a little bit more, and I brought some more torches with me so I can light this up. Come down here because it goes down here a little bit more, and boom, we have found the andesite hematite right here. So this can be used to make iron later on, which is quite handy. Yeah, so we can go ahead and mine that when we need it. Not really yet, I don't need it right now. But through here, if we come down, I actually found some traces of copper. If I can find it, yeah, very large sample of native copper. So we found copper on the surface. That's why there's a little copper waypoint here, because we actually found it on the surface. And I dug down, and as you can see, there's a pretty big copper vein. I found the copper vein down here. Very, very happy about that one. And, you know, I had to mine around a bunch for it, but I eventually found it. So, yeah, we got the copper down here, which is very, very good. Very happy about that one. So, yeah, we've got quite a lot of mine here. It goes quite a long ways, I'm not going to lie. But that's all right. There was absolutely nothing down here, by the way. I did a little bit more digging for, what's it called? For stone in this area, but there was nothing. So I just followed the hematite, followed the copper, and we got there in the end. So, oh, look at how beautiful that house looks. Yeah, you might have noticed in the previous episode's thumbnail, the roof was actually done, and that's because I took it, like, just recently, but you know, it's fine. Man, I had the whole video planned out in my head. Hasn't gone to plan, because you can't push the crushed copper ore in the vessel here, so I can't, like, just pit kiln that one. I'll have to make a bit of charcoal. That's alright, though. I'm gonna make a couple more stone axes here. One there, and then I'll make one more right here. And we can go ahead and do a little bit of chopping to get a bunch more wood because I want to do a bit of charcoal. I've never actually done this before, but I've seen a couple videos of people doing it, primarily Etho. So, yeah, I'm going to chop down probably a bunch of oak, but I don't know, I'll just chop down whatever, and let's see how we go here. Oh, okay. There's some sleeping wolves there. I don't trust those. I tried to record a clip like a little while ago. Oh yeah, by the way, you can pick up these bushes by using a knife, I've discovered, so that's quite handy. We can bring these with us. But yeah, while I tried to record, but I forgot to turn my mic on. There were a bunch of wolves that were just like chasing me, right? But they were asleep, and it was freaking me out. It was freaking me out big time. I had no idea what was going on with them. It was kind of funny though, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, a bit scary. So I don't trust any wolves that are sleeping anymore. I just gotta like, give them a bit of a wide berth, you know? I don't really want to get too close to them. Yeah. If I ever sat down before I started recording this video and told you that, hey, I'm going to start this episode off with 20 minutes of cutting logs, I'd be lying. I'd be completely lying to you. Yeah, so I chopped a bunch of logs here. Took like, well, only like 15 minutes. We could probably actually see on the journey map. Yep. This is where I cleared out, right here. It's kind of obvious. Yeah, I didn't really want to do it like right where our house is, because I thought it would look a little bit ugly. Probably didn't go far enough away, but you know what, that's fine. That's a reasonable sized chunk to deforest right there. But yeah, so I got a bunch of wood here. You can see we've got tons of the stuff. And that is always good because we're going to need that, I think. Let me just check up on the berries. Oh! We can actually pick them. Oh my god. Snowberries. Hell yeah. Is that not snowberry? Right, okay, so... Huh, alright, well, let me eat these, and hopefully our fruit thing is starting to go up. Yes, nice. Alright, awesome. That's good. We got some berry bushes here. I'll plant down the rest of these. These are all snowberries. Yeah. I'll fix that later on. For now, though, I got to create a little bit of a pit. So basically what we need to do to get charcoal is we need to create a bit of a pit. So I'm starting off here. I'll go like maybe 3 by 3. Hopefully that'll be enough to start us off here. We don't have that much wood in the grand scheme of things. So hopefully it won't take too much, but it'll definitely take a decent bit of wood. So each of these 16 stacks fills up one of these log piles, and we need all of these basically filled, I think. So I'm just going to use like all of the wood here. I mean, I should probably use like spruce first, because spruce doesn't look that good. But you know what? I'm just going to use all of them because we're going to need it probably. I want to make as much charcoal as I can here. And that's all we can fit. Alright, sure. Now we can go ahead, build over this like so. It's a little bit awkward, but it's fine. That actually went down to where I wanted it. Gonna need to grab a little bit more dirt, and I think maybe, can a torch do it? Maybe a torch can do it, I don't know. I've never actually done this before, so I'm a little bit worried. I'm a little bit nervous this isn't gonna, like, turn out well. But I think I know how to do this. So, you place these blocks here. Chuck a torch on. That'll start lighting it, hopefully. Yep, there it goes. Place it. There we go. Okay, so it's smoking under there. That means that charcoal is being made. So we need to leave this for a while. Not sure how long, but I guess until it stops smoking. And yeah, I guess in the meantime, what I want to go ahead and do is head back over to our house. And I want to see, do we have a little bit of chestnut. We have a little bit of sequoia as well. I want to grab a couple of these each because I want to make some doors. Yeah, finally. I didn't realize this until just before, but I want to make some doors to this place. So let's get some of this sequoia. Can I just make it out like that? Yeah, okay. Well, they're pretty inexpensive, the doors. That actually makes 2 doors, so that's perfect. So we can test out both of them, see which one we like a little bit better. So that's a sequoia door. Yeah, that's quite nice. I do like that. And then we have the chestnut door. Ooh. Ooh, I really like that. Adds a little bit of like a darker tinge to the door. Oh, I don't know, actually. I don't know. Maybe it stands out a bit too much. No, I like it. I like how much it stands out. I'm going to use a chestnut door. Cool. Alright. What I'm going to go ahead and do is jump across the river here. We really need a bridge because this is getting really annoying. Just having to swim across the river every time I go mining. You know, it's not a very, like, convenient thing to do. Go swimming every time I want to mine. Yeah, you're all wet in the caves. It's a bit annoying, but it's fine. It's fine. I want to mine some of this. Ooh, do I want to mine the hematite or the copper? I'm going to mine some of the hematite because I want to get a little bit more of this stuff. We can get into the iron, you know, the stages of wrought iron and stuff, which will be good. I mean, I've got black bronze. That's in the Bronze Age. That counts. I completely skipped, like, just making copper tools, but, you know, it's fine. It's because I couldn't find copper. That's the complete reason why. It's because finding copper is really, really hard when you're in claystone when it comes to gold panning, right? There seems to be tons of this stuff. I don't know how many supports we need as well. Yeah, I don't know. I think we should be right for, I think it's 4 blocks. Because, yeah, I don't want this to cave in, because I'm pretty sure when it caves in, the ores just get converted to normal stone and you just lose them. So you really, really don't want it to cave in an ore vein. Like, normally it's like, yeah, cave-ins would suck, because you, like, die and stuff. But no, you really don't want it to cave in here. Something else I'm actually going to do while I'm down here, I'll do it with this bit here, is if you mine completely around this, I've shown this in a previous episode, but if you mine completely around a block and have it floating, it just drops the block. And I thought this was a bug for a long time, but I'm pretty sure this is just intended. And I'm going to head up. I think I've got enough hematite for now. I don't know how much of this stuff we're going to need. Probably a lot more than that. But you know what? For now, I think it'll be fine. So let's head up here. And oh, actually, for the wrought iron, we need to make a copper anvil, don't we? Yeah, okay. Well, that's something we can work on in a little bit. Because for now, we've got the raw andesite. And we can make an anvil out of this raw andesite. That's why I wanted to grab it. This cow's been here for so long, he just doesn't know how to get up. Bam. Okay, so we have this down here, and something that you can do with this is if I grab my hammer, which should be over here. Yep, here it is. Grab that off the tool rack here. And if I right click on the top of that, boom. That kind of slots it down here, and this becomes an anvil. So the anvil system in this has always been terrifying. Like, this has scared me to death because I don't really fully know how it works, to be completely honest with you. It kind of scares me. Let me go ahead and I think in this chest we should have some marble, yeah. Which we can crush into flux. Yep. So let's get a bunch of this flux stuff here. Let's just get like a full stack, just like so. Oh my. Okay, that is a challenge. Grind some flux using a quern. I didn't use a quern. I used a hammer, but you know what? That's that's all right. That's okay. If it works, I guess. So we chuck that in there. We chuck our hammer in here, and we can kind of bend and do all sorts of stuff to different ingots to like kind of convert it into what we want to do. So for stuff with, if I enable just stuff items here, if I get a copper anvil, the way we want to, that's red steel, that is not copper. To get a copper anvil here, we need double ingots, which for that we need to either, you know, compact it. That would be a nice machine to have once we can get that. Yeah, okay, we need cast iron to do that. That makes a lot more sense. All right. I was about to say, that seems really, really easy, but no. Okay, what we actually want to do is do it in the welding here. So we need 2 copper ingots that are hot, and where the charcoal is going to help with that. And then we can weld them together into double copper ingots. So for that we'll need, that's what, 6, 7 double ingots? So we need 14 copper ingots. Man, that's a lot of copper. For reference, that we need 14 of these crushed copper ores, which, to be fair, shouldn't take too long now that we found a nice copper vein we can mine. But I want to get a new pickaxe before I like fully commit to that. Actually, you know what? This is taking a while, so let's go mine some copper. Man, it seems we got pretty lucky with both of these veins, like both the copper and the hematite. They're really, really dense. Sometimes you can get them so they're like really not very dense and they stretch out for ages and it's really, really annoying to mine them. But this is good. This is very, very nice. I'm very happy with this. Ooh, okay. Let's get a support in here quick. Okay, I think I've got plenty of copper here. We've got tons and tons of miller buckets of this, and we can chuck it in the grinder and probably get like tons more copper out of that. So that's good. And we got a bunch of the hematite as well. All right, awesome. Oh, okay. Looks like this might be done. Yeah, look at that. Charcoal pile. Hell yeah. Alright, awesome. We got tons of this stuff here. So, does this have a specific tool? No, I don't think so. Was that quicker? I don't know if that was quicker. Let me craft up another shovel and let me see if that's quicker because we need another shovel anyway, to be fair. But we got charcoal. We officially have charcoal. That's awesome. Okay, yeah, it's a lot quicker with the shovel. I'm going to use the shovel then. Alright, awesome. We have tons of this stuff, so this will be good for fuel as well. But also, we can use this to make a forge. Yeah, so I'm really, really excited for this, because I've seen this, like, so much in other people's playthroughs. But I've never actually made a forge myself, because I never knew how. But I think I know how. I think I know how it works. Burns it yellow white for 1 minute and 48. Okay, awesome. We probably want to make this relatively close to the anvil, right? We have a bunch of this smooth andesite on us. I don't know why. I don't know where this came from, but you know what? I'll take it. Let's go ahead and let's just make the forge, I guess, here. So what we want to do is we want to dig out a little bit of an area here. Sorry about the dark. I've brightened the video a little bit, so hopefully it's a little bit nicer. 1, 2, 3, I think it is. And then, do you just light it? Or do you need logs and sticks and stuff? Okay, I think it's actually 7 pieces. So we put 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's 7 pieces. There we go. And now let's try and light that with a fire starter. I don't know why I thought it was 3. Yeah, there we go. Charcoal forge. Look at that. So we can chuck charcoal in there. And that should be able to actually melt stuff. Oh, look at that, dude. Oh, that's awesome looking. Alright, let me put away a bunch of my materials here. Put away a bunch of this copper. And hopefully we can use the forge to, I mean, hopefully melt the, this stuff, right? The crushed copper ore. We do have molds that I need to fire, which I didn't really think about that. I probably should have done that. But let me just see real quick if I can chuck these in. Yep, you can. Okay, cool. Let's not melt that yet, because what I need to do is I need to make a pit kiln. So let me go ahead and let me take out all the charcoal here. Let that kind of simmer out there. Although, ooh, I might try and like melt the silver. Yeah, we've got some ingot molds here. Let me go ahead and let me see if I chuck this in here. No. Oh, warming. Okay, maybe that will work. Alright, let's see. I think I can, like, just melt this without having to do the pit kiln thing, right? Oh, wait, can I chuck these in here as well? Oh, I think I could fire molds as well. Okay, awesome. Let's, fill this. Let me just see if this will work here, because I'm not 100% sure. Orange. When does this fire? Heating recipe. Okay, it says it can just be heated. On a fire pit? I kind of doubt that, but that's okay. Okay, this is molten. So I'm going to chuck the ingot mold in there, so we can get an ingot of that. And we can melt down the ingot in the forge as well. So that's quite handy. So I'll wait for that to cool, and while I do, I'm gonna yellow white. Somehow I don't think this is actually going to work. So now we've got the ingot out, which is very, very nice. I'm gonna let that burn out, and then let's go ahead and create another pit kiln. I'll just do that, like, I don't know, here. Why not? And I'll chuck that in there, and do we need anything else? Something else I will make is I'll make a hoe. Because, you know, I want to get into some farming pretty soon. I probably should have already gotten into farming, considering how long it takes, but you know what? It's fine. So I'll chuck that in there, grab a few of our oak logs here, because we have so many of them, and we should have a bunch of straw just... Well, we should have it in our inventory. I don't know what happened to it. I guess I put it away. But then we can go ahead and just fire this stuff up real quick. You've seen this process a billion different times, I'm sure. And our forge is back to just charcoal. Cool. Alright, well, I'm going to wait for that to fire up, and then we can start casting some things. In the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to head over here, grab the copper here, and just kind of chuck this in the millstone, and go through the process of milling that out, and hopefully we should get a bunch more copper here. Oh! Oh! Oh no! Oh no! Oh, we have comprehensively started a forest fire here. Oh, no. Okay, okay. Maybe I can chop down the trees in time. Come here, tree. You'll be a sacrifice. Oh, no. Dude, I don't want to burn down my entire forest. Whoops. Oh, jeez. Oh, this isn't good. I don't want to burn down my house either. I didn't think about that one. Okay. Did we contain it all with that? Okay, that's burning, but that should be... Really? Just had to leave a full thing. Alright, that was close. I didn't see that coming, to be honest. I completely forgot about the fact that it can do a forest fire. I haven't done a pit kiln in a while. Since we moved, I don't think I've done a single pit kiln. So, yeah, I completely forgot that was a thing. Whoops. Okay, lesson learned. Gonna try not to burn down the entire forest next time, I think. I feel like I'm doing the dishes and watching the kids in the backyard. Only that I'm crushing up copper and watching the pit kiln in the backyard, which it just went off, actually. Yeah, this has been very successful so far. We've got 1600 millibuckets and 900 millibuckets there, so we've got tons of this stuff. We can make so much copper, which is awesome. But anyway, our molds have finished, which is good. So let me grab those here. Chuck you in there, fire you up, just like so. And there goes my thing. Alright, whatever. Now let's chuck... how many millibuckets are we going to need for this? Hot? What do you mean these are getting hot? What? Oh, no, they're cooling down. Sorry. I'm dumb. Alright, let's get... I think I'll just need 300 millibuckets of this stuff. So we're warming this stuff up. And I think if I chuck these molds in the side, I think it should just go into those. There we go! Pickaxe head mold. Nice. Okay, cool. So that looks really weird. Is that how that actually looks? Okay, whatever. Let's chuck these two in here then, and then let's chuck those in. So that should make some tools, just like so. Now we've got the pickaxe mold. Can weld. I don't really want to weld that, thank you very much. Let's grab a stick from over here, and let's chuck that. And then boom, we have a copper pickaxe. We've officially entered the copper age, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely don't already have black bronze stuff. Yeah. Alright, so that'll melt into those. Cool, so we have a way to melt our crushed copper ore into things finally, which is awesome. I'm actually going to melt a bunch more of this into ingots, so we can hopefully start to get a bit of a copper anvil going here. Now, I'm not 100% sure. Can we do this with a stone hammer? It doesn't really say that we can do this on a stone anvil, but you know what? I'm willing to bet that we can. Otherwise, that's not really going to work. How do we get the stone anvil if we can't, you know, do that? So let's... 1, 2, 3, 4. We only have 4 of those, so I only chuck 4 of those in there. But now that those are in there, we can start getting ingots, and then hopefully we can, once we've got those, kind of weld them into a couple double ingots. I don't think it'll be too difficult to weld those, considering we don't need to do any of this stuff. Any of the draw, upset, punch, bend, shrink stuff. I don't think we have to do any of that for the double ingots. We just need to chuck it in and weld them together. So, boom, in there. Now let's pop those out of the molds. I think we'll lose the molds. Nope. Okay, we get to keep the molds. Nice. Boom. And are these can weld? Yep, can weld. Plans? What do you mean plans? Okay, I don't know how this works. Pause again. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. Unfortunately, we didn't make a hammer. Probably should have, but you know what? Didn't think to. Anyway, we've got a scythe and a hoe now, which is cool. So let's grab a couple twigs here. Make a scythe and a hoe. So the hoe you've seen, that's for farming, but the scythe, I've never used one of these before, and I'm really, really interested to. Look at that. Okay, we get tons of sticks from this, but we should hopefully get some saplings every now and then. Maybe if I destroy enough of these, will I start to get saplings? Yep, yeah, there we go. Okay, nice. We got an oak sapling. And I think that'll grow that big old tree as well. So hopefully we can start like farming some trees using this, which will be nice, instead of having to go out and deforest an entire area. Yeah, look at that. 2 oak saplings from that. Yes. Oh, I got 4. Okay, awesome. So yeah, we can get tons of saplings like that, which is really, really cool. I'll probably do something a little bit better in the future, but for now, I'll go ahead and just bam, bam, those down there, and I can go ahead and, yep, like that. You can place copper, you can place down ingots in the real world. I think it's so cool. It's so awesome. I think I showed this off in like the second episode, but I don't know. I really, really like that. Well, I do have to say that this episode wasn't quite what I thought it would be, to be honest. It didn't go in the direction I thought it would go when I first started it, but you know what? Sometimes that's alright. Sometimes it's okay to have an episode that just goes kind of off the rails, because we still got a decent amount of stuff done, and I'm very, very happy with what we managed to do here. Hopefully in the next episode we can start to get like the copper anvil, get that actually properly going, and maybe even build a bit of like a bit more of a proper area for this stuff, you know, where we can store our ingots, we can do a little bit more like forging, a bit more anvil bits and pieces. I don't know the words. Blacksmithing. Yeah, there we go. Have a proper pit kiln area. That would be nice, instead of just digging random holes in the ground. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I think for now, I'm going to go ahead and end this episode off here. Thank you so much for watching. I really, really hope you enjoyed it. I had a very good time making it. I haven't played this in a while, but I want to get back into it again, because I've been really, really, I don't know, I've been hanging to make this. I've been hanging to work on this. So yeah. We also need to get some farming done relatively soon, but I'm really enjoying the forging stuff, so maybe in a bit. I don't know. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you later.